Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? I hope we're having a good week so far. So today is Thursday, the 26th of February 2015, and we are 2 days away, well, 3 days away if you think about it, till the 1st of March. Wow, nearly March already. The year's flying quickly. Okay, you're probably wondering why I'm in here. It's because the girlfriend is in the front room at the moment. She's watching TV in there, so I thought, well, rather than disturb her, I'll come and do the review in here instead. Yes, so last night's episode of Arrow, episode 15. Dearie me, wow, Nanda Parbat. Quite an interesting episode. Not as how should I put it, as tense and as wow or as I was expecting. I'm going to be totally honest, the reveal of the atom suits was underwhelming, purely for the fact that it was like Iron Man all over again. I was expecting a lot more, to be perfectly honest, but at least we got to see it, and it does look good. Just the build-up for me was a bit, okay, right. So he's basically Iron Man on Arrow. That's all I could get out from it, really. Yeah. What else? Oliver and Diggle travel to Nanda Parbat for a specific reason. Well, I say specific reason for two reasons anyway. Only Oliver didn't reveal to Diggle the second reason until they got there, of course. Ra's al Ghul eventually gets Malcolm Merlyn, and yeah, it wasn't a case that he was handed to him on a plate. I'm sure Ra's knew what he was doing when he eventually got Malcolm. It was just what happened after that, I'm not going to reveal any spoilers, was just very interesting. I said I'm not going to reveal any spoilers, but I've already mentioned that Oliver and Diggle travelled to Nanda Parbat as well, but of course I haven't confirmed or denied whether they got there before or after Merlin. You make your minds up. I'm joking. Thea. We have got to talk about Thea. What is she doing? She's just asking for trouble. She just couldn't carry the guilt knowing that she killed Sarah. She tells Laurel. She lied to Nyssa, then reveals the truth to Nyssa. I was looking forward to that showdown between Nyssa and Thea, by the way, and obviously now that the show's taking a bit of a break, we're not going to see that happen for quite some time, are we? No, so yeah. But I think that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. What else have we got? Going back to the flashbacks. Come on, did we really think Oliver was going to return to Starling City? You know, really? No, of course not. So, yeah, looks like Waller has put a stop to General Shreve's deal with Oliver to send him back home, and obviously Massio and his family as well, going back home. But Waller had other ideas. So, yeah, she was not very pleased. You don't want to piss off the wall. Come on, people, really? I thought you learned the first time. Never mind. Overall, though, I just didn't feel excited as I wanted to be, because I mean I was pumped for it, yes, but there were just some things. I mean, like I say, the reveal of the atom suit was pretty underwhelming for me. And then you had a moment with Roy and Thea, where Roy was telling Thea about you know, how he killed a cop, and what he's doing for the cop's family, his wife and son, allows him to feel more at ease with himself, because he knows what he did was a bad thing, but he was under the influence essentially. But at the same time, kind of eases that guilt a little bit better. You know, take the weight off the shoulders a little bit more, and you know, he confides in Thea and shows Thea what he's doing and such. And I think that's a noble thing. You know, I really think that's a very noble gesture, because whilst the family don't know who he is, you know, they don't see who he is when he drops off groceries, gives them cash and all that sort of stuff. I think it's a very noble thing. Yes, it doesn't bring the police officer back, but excuse me, it allows Roy to be more at ease with himself and be more truthful to himself as well. To say to himself not to go down that path ever again. He doesn't want to be in that position, you know, when he was under the influence of Mirakuru and such. What the hell was Laurel doing? Why was Laurel thinking that she would be strong enough and angry enough to take down Malcolm Merlyn? I mean, he just sort of swatted her away like a fly at certain times. It was like, what are you doing? Why? And even Oliver gave her a talk down as well. And to be perfectly honest, she deserved it, because Laurel's just been really reckless and selfish and just, yeah, too up her own arse, to be perfectly honest. She needs to take a chill pill, sit the hell down, and just look at the bigger picture, because there's no way she could have taken on Merlyn by herself, really. Come on, the guy was trained by Ra's al Ghul, for heaven's sake. What are you going to do? Anyway, so I thought that was a bit of a comedy moment. But yeah, as I say, overall it was pretty underwhelming, but the ending was very interesting. A very interesting twist in the fact that we know that Raz has done this for another character before, especially if you read the comics. Whether or not it's going to happen, I know it's not going to happen, but wouldn't it be interesting? Can you just imagine? Yeah. Also, not that it was confirmed or denied, but we can't tell if the pool that we saw Raz in at the beginning of the episode could be the Lazarus Pit. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it is, but then I'm not saying that it isn't. So, who knows? We'll see. Anyway, but yeah, that's it from me. I'm going to stop there. There's not much else I can say on the episode. As I say, the show does take a break now for about, let's have a look. I don't know, when does it return actually? According to this, March 18th, which is kind of a given because Flash returns on the 17th, so yeah. And the new episode there is titled The Offer, which pretty much goes on from the end of last night's episode. So yeah, very, very interesting. I'm looking forward to that. We'll see how it all unfolds. Another little tidbit I've got to add. Diggle has asked Oliver to be his best man. Yay! Bromance for sure. Bromance right there. Get him. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. See you all very soon. Bye.